All right. Please take a seat for the final half hour of the day. Well, not the final half hour of the day, but at least the final half hour of the day inside here. Afterwards, we can go out, get some sun, jump in the sea, refresh ourselves for the dinner tonight which will be at 7:30 in Cuckoo, the restaurant at Castleside. Anyway, so we will end this day with two important other European initiatives. Last year it was actually the European Year of Youth, and then together with Edita we discussed to have in Rhodos also some delegation of young students who are eager to get active in the energy transition and who are have an attachment to the islands and are interested in this work, and so we had a delegation, and it was really nice to have them. And this year, actually, it's European Year of Skills, and the European Year of Skills is, as we've seen, skills is one of the barriers. Skills on island for the energy transition is very important, and what better way to discuss about skills with to bring these 2 years together, the European Year of Youth and the European Year of Skills, and have someone at the beginning of his career talking to us about, the energy transition, the opportunities, and how, from this perspective, the energy transition looks like. And so we were in contact with the European Youth Energy Network, Young Energy Network, sorry, and Hubertus has volunteered to be here with us, and also we want to definitely give him the floor to, talk to us. I don't know what he's going to say, but I'm I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you, Jan. Okay, cool. We have the first slide. So, hi everybody. From the NGOs, from business, from academia, from all kinds of enterprises, entities from the energy sector. My name is Hubert. I'm one of the leaders at European Youth Energy Network. And I would like to, first of all, maybe align a few things. I'm not a student anymore. I'm an asset manager at the PV company, and I'm representing my NGO. So this is my volunteering side of things. I don't think I'm the youngest person here. So Jan, you said I'm the youngest one. Unfortunately, I'm not. I would go back in time, but I cannot, unfortunately. Nobody from us can. So yeah, and here in the presentation, I would like to answer three important questions. First of all, what is the view of European Youth Energy Network, shortly EYEN, at the European Year of Skills, as mentioned by Jan? Secondly, what are the possibilities for actually the job market for youth, but not only when it comes to clean energy on EU islands? And thirdly, what does EYEN have to do with it? Have to do with everything that we'll be talking about. So, first of all, I will just briefly summarize the organization that I'm volunteering for, that I'm kind of like working for. Well, since basically for 2 years from then, the past, our federation is placing youth at the heart of the European energy transition. Well, seems really bold task and a tough task, but how actually it is done? Well, what do we do? First of all, we create space for youth to act in the energy transition. So we incentivize them, we empower them, and we actually create a space for them to do certain things. For example, European Youth Energy Forum in 2022 was one of the events that we organized last year, and I will talk about it a bit later. Second one, we build networks and connect youth with private and public sectors. So we try to help them to find their path, whether they want to stay in academia, whether they want to work for a project, for a public sector, for a private sector. And basically, thanks to our partnerships and thanks to our team gatherings, that's one of the purpose that we are having them, they can actually do so. And the third one, we advocate for youth in sustainable energy and reshape youth engagement. So Citizens Energy Forum, as you can see on the slide, is one of the perfect opportunities that we can advocate for youth in order to be fully engaged in the energy transition processes. And it's basically the entire society is in this process. So we have actually 12 member organizations for now, because yesterday we had General Assembly. Some of you might have seen me with my headphones on, and actually we approved one other member, so the organization from Aachen, Germany. Over 500 volunteers in our network, so from 18 to 35 years old, in 8 countries in Europe, having basically many islands as well. So we create a strong network, and we are ambitious enough to represent all youth energy-focused organizations in Europe. So we do not gather people, we gather organizations. The big milestones of 2022, quickly, we started to be represented in external advisory bodies. So I ran a global council, Rest for Africa, Youth Task Force, and others like REN21. We have been awarded the 3rd place in the Change Award and the 3rd place for the public choice by European Institute of Innovation and Technology. It's for me and for all of our organization, it's basically a proof and an evidence that we are going to the right direction. And the European Youth Energy Forum, which was aforementioned, that was a great success. 80 people, the partnership with ENR last year in Lisbon, this year, 30th of October to 2nd of November in Berlin. So you're all invited. But let's talk about the European Year of Skills. As Jan mentioned, the European Year of Skills basically lasts now. It actually started in the beginning of May and will last until the 8th May of 2024. And well, what is it basically? Because many of you might know. So I will ask a question to the audience, like, who before joining this special event knew that this year's theme in European Union is the European Year of Skills? Okay, I can see mainly people representing EU institutions. But okay, so basically I believe that it needs a little bit more recognition, but let's start like, what is it? So basically it's an opportunity to showcase the skills development, to create opportunities and to create cooperation between different countries and different regions when it comes to skills. So as you see, it provides a unique opportunity for stakeholders to actually engage in discussions and learn from each other. So lifelong learning to actually develop the great framework for the void in the skills gap that we're having. And the motto there, the leading part, the bottom line is to get inspired, get involved, and get skilled. For sure, and well, it seems great. Everything, like the perfect words, perfect wording of a mission and vision, but actually, why is it important? Let's start with why, as one of the previous speakers has mentioned, especially for the youth. First of all, it promotes useful skills in the economy of the 21st century. There are a lot of research papers stating that young people, majority of young people even, some say, are working in the jobs that they are basically overqualified for. And well, also, there was a session about finance, so some of us were listening to it. Really great session, I must say. And the fact is that the finance actually is there and will be there for many of the projects that will be successful. However, there is a void in skills. There is a skill gap that we somehow need to fulfill, and I believe the youth workforce is the answer for this question. Secondly, it basically enables people to stay in their jobs and to find new ones for skills matching the needs of employers. So what does it mean? Basically, we have now 3 mega trends that we know. So 3Ds: decentralization, digitalization, and decarbonization. And actually, young people with their creativity and performance in work can do a lot of things to actually help achieve this goal. The third one is the green and digital transitions. So the processes that are already happening, that are already quite advanced, and they need to be, because these are the world's leading challenges, and this is the world's leading mission to actually move into this direction. And we're moving. And I really, really do hope for tomorrow's session with European Commissioner Kadri Simons and with the Ministry of Climate of Estonia that there will be a lot of words about it, a lot of words about moving to this direction, moving faster with the bold goals. And youth is with you. But also Jan mentioned about the European Year of Youth, and this is really good because European Year of Skills is not one of event, is not one of occasion to actually, okay, we just made up this thing. No, not really. It was the continuation of the European Year of Youth, which lasted basically the entire 2022. And actually, I had the chance with my colleagues that you can see here on the picture to analyze the entire European Year of Youth from the youth organization's perspective. And actually, I had a chance as well to see the improvements, what was improved, what has been improved, what has not been improved so much between the end of European Year of Youth and the beginning of European Year of Skills. So, what was improved, what was maintained on a good level? First of all, the language that is used on the website, in the materials, is simpler, and it enables the people that do not have the advanced skills in English, for example, to actually fully understand what is going on, which is really important. Secondly, the mission and vision are clearly stated, so of EYS, so European Year of Skills. The community that was engaged, that was involved in the European Year of Youth was kept engaged and now is engaged in European Year of Skills period. And the amount of events is kept high. So this is really important that there are opportunities for everybody. And I saw on the website yesterday when I was visiting it that basically there are over 500 events right now registered. So quite a nice number. And over 60 of them are on islands. So I think this is a substantial number, but obviously we need to keep growing. But obviously there are some bad sides, unfortunately, but there is a room for improvement always. The reach is not enough. So, for example, the Pact for Skills and the possible network of ambassadors, that it's not quite, I believe, performing well, and it might incur the possible lower participation than expected. And there is a low use of social media for tracking and sharing info. Well, for example, I checked the European Year of Skills hashtag on LinkedIn, and there are only 220-ish followers. So after I finish the presentation, I would like you all to actually follow this hashtag because there are many important posts that are there. And thank you so much in advance. But what is there for islands and youth on islands specifically? So what is actually like the point that European Year of Skills and the Clean Energy for You Islands Forum 2023, the whole initiative is? What's the point that they are actually intersecting with each other? So first of all, it is a massive opportunity for 2,200 inhabited islands in Europe, according to European Commission. In islands, there are over 20.5 million inhabitants in Europe. So quite a massive population as for the entire Europe. That's why we have there different time zones, different climate zones. However, the exchange of information might be really fast. And I think that youth plays this game quite well. Potential energy hubs, fighting unemployment and strengthening skills. What does it mean? Well, there was quite a few sessions regarding, okay, what can we build on islands, different islands. So obviously offshore wind-related infrastructure, port infrastructure, and hydrogen-related infrastructure, just so to enumerate a bit. And we believe that youth might really help in that in order to achieve actually net zero and all the other goals of the European Union and to share good practices even beyond. Thirdly, it is a safe haven for interconnection. So after the war in Ukraine, we obviously had some spikes when it comes to gas market, energy markets. But also we, I think, realized that the energy security is one of the important cases in the European Union, and not only. And actually, I believe that islands constitute a safe haven for it, for gas networks, for electricity networks. These are not cheap projects, but definitely these are projects worth building, worth considering the business case for them, and youth will maintain them for, well, many years to come. And last but not least, energy islands that I believe Stefano was talking about it in the beginning of our day. I'm not sure. And it might be the future powerhouse of Europe to actually transmit electricity for long distance. Obviously, there were some numbers today given that I haven't known about, I have to admit, like 32 billion for one of the projects. But if Denmark is considering it, UK is considering it, Belgium is considering it, then I believe there might be something to it. Maybe we're just not there. And youth will be able to help you build it, maintain it, and develop it. So we don't have to start from the scratch. We have already some success stories when it comes to island development and the energy transition, obviously. So these are the three ones that I have picked. So starting from Horizon 2020, a lot of projects that basically many of them has ended, but the legacy and the period that they will be operational will last some more time, finally. The second one, 100% sustainable islands on the Balearic Islands, so it's in Spain. And the other one, the Canary Islands, sustainable energy system, if I'm not mistaken, are as well as success stories that are being implemented. And I believe that the goals are bold, and this might be like the great projects to actually be implemented in the future. And let's go back to the first slide of my speech. So the youth is here to create a space for engaging. The youth is here for creating networks, for working with each other, for exchanging information, for being at the center of energy transition. And EYEN will help you do that. EYEN will help everybody do that, help everybody perform at the highest level to achieve goals, to fulfill mission and vision. So let's stay in touch. When it comes to European Youth Energy Network, you might subscribe to our newsletter, so please visit our website. I believe this is really great content shared there, and really eye-catching, but also I would say vital to specific ideas, to having a bit of a brainstorm, and not only. And obviously, thank you very much for the opportunity, Jan, that I was invited to give a speech here. Unfortunately, I will be out of the event. I need to depart in 2 hours. But I hope you will have the great rest of the event, even better than the day of today. And I would like to end my speech saying something in Estonian. I'm not sure if I will speak correctly. So, suur tänu. Thank you very much. Thank you.